Guys, we're excited. This is a coach's dream time of the year, training camp. I'm not so sure you're going to get the excitement from some of our players, the veteran players, but this is the great time of the year. It's the time of the year I loved as a player because it gave me an opportunity to put myself in a chance to make the team, and we have a few guys that are in that position. But we're excited about what we have. We're excited about the core of players that are coming back. They had a great summer. I've seen I've seen all the guys. You know, they've been here the last 3 or 4 weeks. I thought Serge was really good. Yeah, I saw him yesterday. I thought he looked really good. He's improved. KD, as you know, is a worker, like all of our guys. They come back a little bit better, so we're excited about that. Down the line, you know, I thought Reggie had a great summer. I thought the experience that he had last season is going to help him even come off and have a better year. But he's done a great job. Jeremy Lamb, the same way. We have a list of them. You know, Russell coming off of his surgery. I thought he's had a great summer of rehab. You know, he's really worked hard and looks good. He will participate in some of our practices, some of the things that we planned out, 3 or 4 months prior to the training camp. But, you know, the last 24 hours he had a little bit of swelling, but it's something that we will monitor. But that's pretty common when you have a surgery. You're going to have some peaks and valleys. But we're excited about everybody. Everybody came back looking forward to competing and playing for each other.
Do you know at this point, Scott, how much Russ will be able to do? And do you expect that to, if there are no problems, to kind of slowly increase as training camp moves along?
Well, we've had a plan all along that he's going to participate in some of the practices early on in the practice, and he's going to continue to do some individual work with Coach Pack. I don't want to get in specific and give you all of our drills. That's a competitive disadvantage. Not that the other teams aren't doing the same drills that we're doing. But no, we're excited about him. He's excited. Talking to Russell, you know, he was able to see the game differently last year towards the end of the year. I mean, it's not something that we all wanted him to look at the game differently, but you know, when you're looking at the team with an injured eye, you look at it differently. And he's been a great positive force with all of our players during that time, and we are excited to have him back.
Is Russell's more cautionary, or is this something you expected?
Yeah, it's something. You know, we have benchmarks that he has to continue to go through medically. He has to be able to cross those as they come. But he's, like I said, he's looking. Doing good. He's doing a lot of good stuff on the court. We're excited about him going forward.
Coach, you guys are coming off a really successful year. Where are some areas where you still want to continue to grow and get better?
Well, the excitement, guys, the excitement is we have a large core of our players are back. We've added some terrific draft picks that Sam and his staff has acquired during the draft, but we acquired a lot of good basketball players, and we were a good team last year. We won. Not a lot of teams win 60 games, and we were fortunate enough to accomplish that goal. But we have things in our system that we set out we want to improve every year, and we want to be a balanced basketball team. We don't want to be known as that this is a defensive team and that's all they can do. They can't score. And we don't want to be known as a team that's going to just run up and down the court and shoot wild and crazy shots and score and not play defense. We want to have balance. And I thought last year's numbers speak for, without getting into the boring details, all the numbers, you know, things that we look at. We were second in the league defensively. We were third offensively. Our three-point shooting has gotten better. Our free throw attempts, we led the league. But we've done a lot of good things. The only thing that I had Matt was in charge of our defensive free throw percentage. We were 28th. We gave up 77% of our free throws. But, you know, blame that on Matt. Gave him one job. Actually, 2 jobs. He was also Russell's fashion consultant. He had to try out the short sleeve shirts first.
After having the summer to kind of
That's a good visual.
and watch how your team performed in the postseason without Russ, does that change the way that you approach this training camp offensively, or offensive system, or plays, or however you guys do it?
Well, it's something that we have a terrific offensive system. Only thing that I can say what we have to get better at is not turn the ball over. and it's something I've been talking about for a lot of years. And we've made a little bit of improvement, but I think overall the league has made a bit of improvement. So the numbers where we ranked is probably not as good. But I always tell our guys, if we can just cut our turnovers down 1 turnover per game, we're in the top 10 in the least amount of turnovers, which is a terrific number. But I like us to be aggressive. We're an aggressive basketball team. That's our style. That's our system. We want to get to the basket. We want to get to the free throw line. We led the league in free throw makes. We will continue to build on what we do. We want to play with the pass. We want to continue to build on that part of our offensive package. And I think the last few years, if you've seen that, we've developed some areas bigger steps than others. But I think overall we've developed a pretty good offensive system that a lot of our guys have thrived in it.
I remember a couple of years ago you said that you barely even focused on offense in training camp, that you just committed defense first. Have you kind of changed? Do you feel like you guys kind of have at least a good grasp on the defense? Do you feel like you're leaning more towards offense now?
There's no question. Years ago, 5 years, this is now going into my 6th season. The first couple of years, it was defense. We had to establish a mindset. We all know in basketball, you have to defend. You have to be able to defend and win in this league night in and night out. And we're like the other 29 teams in this league. We would like to win a championship, and you can't skip steps, and you understand that you have to play that side of the basketball. But you also have to score. We all know in the playoffs, you have to be able to score the basketball as well. The scoring does drop a little bit, but we feel very confident. Obviously last year we would have liked to have played better, but I give our guys a lot of credit. We're not an excuse organization. We don't make excuses. But I thought our guys did a lot of growing up, including myself. We all feel like we're going to come back better basketball players, and I feel my staff and myself we're going to be a better staff just through all the experiences that we've had in the last 5 years together.
A lot of people talk to me, they talk about Jeremy Lamb, big year for him. The experience that Reggie got last year in the playoffs. How do you see replacing Kevin Hart before the game having played Davis Bortles?
The exciting thing about my position is that all of our staff, everybody in our building, plays a part in developing all of our players. We're excited about all of our players. Kevin Durant, one of the best players in the world. We're on him. We want him to improve. Jeremy Lamb, we want him to improve. We want everybody. So we don't pick and choose our players, but we understand that it's a process. Some guys are faster into that process, but it's always you get better one day at a time. And we will challenge all of our guys. We're excited about Jeremy and what he brings to our team. He's a terrific scorer. He can make shots. And my job is to find areas on the floor that he can continue to feel comfortable. This is only his 2nd year. He's 20 years old. But he has a lot of areas that he's going to improve on the next 6 or 7 years with us. But we're excited about having him. But my job is also to find who's best for us on the floor. And the good thing about all of our players, they understand it's earned minutes. And they compete against each other as hard as I've ever seen anybody, any team I've ever been around, including as a player. This team, our training camps are always highly competitive, and you have to really bring it every day to have a good practice.
What drew you to Coach Pack and Coach Turkstrom? Can you give us an idea of what sort of their roles will be?
Yeah, Coach Pack and Coach Terpstra, it's one of the things I will have to say first before I even talk about those two. Maurice Cheeks and Maz Track, they did an incredible job for all of our players and myself, and we wish them well in Detroit. It's a great opportunity for those two. Maurice is a dear friend, and I love what he did for me and for our players. But Pack brings a great deal of playing experience and coaching experience. He's played the position point and played it at a high level. And he has toughness, as you will see during the later part of the practices where you guys can observe. You will see his toughness. He brings an intensity level that I like. We are a very physical team. We're a very tough team. We like to enjoy what we do, but we're serious about what we do. And Robert fits that mold very well. And Mike Terpstra has a large knowledge of basketball on many different levels, and he will also aid me in areas that I see fit. But he will do a great job with our players. But we're excited about the staff moving forward, and we feel very comfortable going into training camp.
Last question here to Rody.
Russell worked closely
Well, he will work closely with Coach Pack. I think they've had, we see all of our players all summer long, and Robert has spent a lot of time with Russell, wherever Russell was at that particular day, and working. But he will spend a lot of time. But with that being said, all of our coaches' responsibility is all of our players. You're accountable for certain players, but all of our players have to really focus on developing. We have to use all of our resources to get all of our players better year in, year out.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, everybody. I'll see you guys.